If you love action, vampires, or gripping visuals, Sinners is your movie. Ooh wee man, I love this film. Way more than I expected to, from having one of the most fulfilling, full circle endings of a movie of its kind, to just being an absolute joyride. Sinners makes you feel cool as fuck walking out of that theater. Like you just killed 20 vampires and played a concert for the dead. Oh yeah, spoilers ahead. The recruiting phase. In this off-kilter Western blues movie, they make it clear to highlight the bad of the South. Like when they buy their club, it's owned by a Klan member, and he lies, of course, and says he isn't. They go around getting musicians they know for their barn. Gotta love a good team building scene. It shows off the brothers' well-known reputation, Smokes and Stacks, being ruthless bag chasers. They really show it by shooting people they know for trying to take stuff from their truck. They pick up their cousin who plays the guitar and is the preacher's son. He's soft-spoken, but soul-singing. And he's gonna be the main event of this bar. I forget what they called it. They persuade an old man for piano and a cotton picker for a bouncer in a very funnily manner. This movie has spot-on accuracy with its punchlines, subtle but get some good laughs. Once they get this recruitment stage done, it's time for fun. They got the guitarist playing and the pianist following in an excellent scene of everyone dancing. The way they interpret the sounds of the past and future is almost seamless into the music. And so is the hysteria built around it all, with bar fights to lucky guys of the night. They prove they can put on a good show, host a good time, and the cinematography captures it all very well with this scene of the camera going around showing electric guitars, spirits, and ancient African dancers' souls being shown to the music. It's exciting and engaging, and most of all, entertaining. Things go south, though, and these vampires are also attracted to the sound. They come to the door, play some folk music to be let in, but Smoke says no, on account of his beautiful voodoo girl knowing better. And it's not the blues. Stag's girl later decides to go out and see what they're all about, if they are good people or not, which she should have known better, but there's always that one person. She talks to them and realizes it's getting weird when drool starts draining from their main dude's mouth, but there's no chance of getting away. She starts to run, and that's when you notice the strength of their evil powers. As for a glimpse, you see the main vampire fly up into the air like Superman. Coming back into the bar with a certain new-found angst, she goes straight to Stacks to seduce him, going through the same alluring, grueling, drooling process as the vampires did on her, being completely pushy and a whole new person, as Stacks cleverly points out. This starts the brothers' trials and tribulations sent by God, as God and the devil are clearly made out as personifications of good and evil, wrong and right. Each brother has his own fight, his own trial, one with temptation and the other something a little more deeper, following what is right. Two sides of the same coin. Stack's temptation is obvious. He knows what is right and what he wants, yet he goes against it for what he feels. We can get into Smokes later. So obviously, Mary gets her vampire freak on, and it's over for Stack. Though, the preacher boy sees what's happening and lets it continue because, homie shit. But it wasn't what he should have done, although, at the same time, it's not his fault. At all. Stacks did the same thing for him. It's more a common courtesy. They find Stacks dead and shoot the girl 10 times for her just to get back up and run out the door. Smokes loves his brother and had little to no hesitation when it came to this. I love the blood and gruesomeness of the film. It's great and captivating to watch. I love the inviting in evil dynamic where they keep trying to persuade their way in, but they won't let them in, and each person left alive after everyone dies must decide whether they will wait it out or fight, or give in to their lies and manipulations. It's a great back and forth dynamic, but finally one gives in, Grace Chow, and she invites in the evil to fight. Bold but stupid as fuck. She does this for her daughter, but it's not right. I feel maybe it is, but she was put in a bad position, so The plan to stay inside until sunrise falters, and is head-to-head with 20 vampires against 5 people. And it's a badass clash with stakes high and stakes to the heart. It gets real. Smoke's woman is attacked and gets bit, this is Smoke's trial. He must live up to his promise of killing her when she gets turned, so her soul can move on to heaven. And he does this painfully, filled with tears. And in this final showdown, filled with violent action, 2 men are left standing, Smokes and the preacher boy. Smokes faces off against his brother while the preacher boy tries to run, but doesn't get far. Which gets to, of course, the worst part of the movie, the despicable villain monologue, which goes right up until sunrise, where Smoke stabs him in the back, saving preacher boy, and all the vampires are out to die as they watched. Smokes did good, but his mission is not over yet. The vampire told him that the previous owner of the stable was a clan's leader, which they know because the first 2 people that were turned were clan's members, and the vampires shared this sort of hive mind, so that when they are out the doors of the barn, the main vampire tells them that the previous owners were main clan members. So time for the most satisfying, and after an already satisfying enough end, he must kill both evils, human and supernatural. Being a military man, he sets up the place for an ambush, knowing they were coming for him, and has the most epic face-off against them ever, Rambo style. And it's just glorious to watch, nothing better than it. As he mows them down, but in the midst of all this, he too receives a fatal wound. And after he kills them all, he sees his wife in the afterlife tell him to put out his cigarette and to hold his baby that would have been. Before he does this, he finishes off the Klansman, puts that shit out, and joins her in heaven. Bravo. Best effing ending ever. 100 out of 10 movie. 100 out of 10 ending for sure. Don't even care. I loved it. And also, great. The preacher boy has a meaningful ending to talking to his father, which wants him to put down his guitar, but it's his soul inside that thing. So it skips to the future to show him playing it till he's like 90. And he's already paid for his sins and lived on to following his dream, his destiny. I mean it though. 10 out of 10. Very well told story. I loved it so much. At the end, I felt like a satisfied, certified badass. The action was great, the acting was on point, and blood was appealing to all. Thank you for listening, and go watch it if you haven't.